I'll do the same with mine, eh?
I can always hear yours when I edit. It's funny. All right. Here we are in week, I don't know, 50-something, 40-something? Episode 43, 53, one of them?
43.
5,437?
43, I think.
Yeah.
40-something.
So, complete transparency, Paul. Metz is still hung up at work. He couldn't get free today, so he might join us later. Full transparency to everyone, and Paul, I didn't play at all this last week. I didn't log on. I just looked at Evos every day, was not intrigued. And this is where they lose me. They lost me earlier in the season with this. The rating cap on these Evos continue to be below where my team currently is, so I can't really upgrade my team, so therefore I don't play. It's kind of where I'm at right now. And I don't feel like I'm alone, though. I feel like from my social feed and from looking around the Discord, there's a lot of unsatisfied, I guess, players out there right now.
Yeah, I think when you're in a situation where your gameplay is bad, so just playing the game is not doing it for you. So you're like, oh, let's look at content. Maybe I'd do an SBC and play a few games, or
Or a
do
long
an
objective
Evo.
you can grind, or
But you look, and if you're not into grinding, like upgrades,
he said grinding, not grinder.
yeah, there's not a lot going on for you.
No.
We've had 4 female cards. I don't know. I know some people are into that, but
I'm into females.
I don't mind them, but I'm not. I don't know who they are. I have no attachment to any of these cards, and I'm not really that bothered about getting any sort of attachment to them. But Ellis, I do. I've played with her card a few times.
Sure, you
She's
wouldn't
good.
mind
Yeah. Or Hector Bellerin. And like you say, the Evos, like in the cup this week, we've got Evos. Like, they can't go on any cards that you've already got. Like, they're capped at 94. Like, most of the cards that I look at that I want to upgrade, even like the weak foot one. Why on earth are
Very
you
late for
capping
that.
a weak foot? Like, everybody should have 5/5 now.
Yep.
But they aren't.
Yep.
I would love to get a 5-star weak foot on my Shapeshifter Saka, because he's only got a 4-star weak foot. So, like, I saw that 5-star weak foot pop up, and I was like, oh, I'm on that. And then I realised that it was capped, so I can't put it on Saka. But I have been making some progress with my team. I have been playing.
Good.
There's still lots of cards that I've been wanting to try and messing about with, mostly on my second account, which has like room for improvement. So I've been using a few cards on there that have been a bit different and a bit, new. Cards that, like I say, I won't use on my main account, and that's been fun. But even there, like, these Evos aren't even really upgrading any of those cards. They're even my second account, which has got very few hours on, it's like, no thanks. But I did last 3 weekends, I've played on both accounts. Weekend League.
You played both accounts, Weekend League?
Yeah. Well, it goes Friday to Wednesday, so it's not really Weekend League, is it? It's just
And that would be great if they just left it like that.
Yeah, it would. Yeah.
I don't understand why they continue to try and pull people away from that.
And I think if they did that, like, lots of people, especially early in the game, would play 2 accounts.
Yeah, for those who can't get enough, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So yeah, I played, and this is the team on my second account. So you get, you're catching up quick. I've got De Gea in net, Immobile, Mamardashvili, the big goalkeeper, Loftus-Cheek, Oluwarian, Mike Magnan, Bobby Charlton, Hendrick, the GOAT, Linda Caicedo, and this card is unbelievable. I even put season pass Eva on her just to give her a little incisive pass. Vinny Jr., team of the season up front, and Shaqiri at right wing. So that's, played a little bit throughout team of the season with that on that account, and spent 500k on season pass.
I guess if you got it, spend it.
Yeah, well, I always sort of keep a second account in the background just for a bit of fun.
Yeah.
Halfway through you start a new account on it, so I'll trade on it throughout the year. Sort of at beginning of the year, I might buy cards that I know are going to be needed for SBCs and just buy a load of them. And, I might have to wait 2 or 3 weeks before I sell those cards, but it's just a quick 5-10 minutes buying them, same selling them, and you just doubling your coins time after time.
So you had a second account with the spare $500,000 laying around.
Yeah.
Damn. That's baller status right there.
Well,
that is footballer status.
It would just, when you're not playing with those cards, when you don't need those coins in your team, it's really easy just to keep doubling your coins up and doubling your coins up. Really easy.
For you.
Well, for anyone. The information's out there now. It's not difficult to
just takes a little bit of effort, right?
Yeah, it does. Yeah, and that
I'm lacking.
You've nailed it there.
Yeah.
A lot of people want to have a couple of mil just sat about, but they don't want to sit and spend 15 minutes buying cards or an hour or 2 researching what cards to buy. Which I get that. Some people just can't be arsed with that stuff. The ones who do then become addicted to it and start trading every single day of their life.
I went through that phase. It just didn't last very long.
You did, yeah, you did. I remember that stage.
You were so excited.
I remember the screenshots. I was like a proud dad.
Yeah, short-lived, unfortunately.
But it is fun, isn't it, seeing those coins racking up.
Yeah. I can see how it can be addicting.
I've got a friend now who's still sat on 20 mil. But he doesn't start playing until sort of team of the year time.
So he just trades until team of the year?
No, doesn't really do nothing until team of the year, and then just goes hard.
Yeah,
gets the cards that he wants. But even he's said there's no cards that's come up during Shapeshifters that he's been like, that's the end game card for me. So now he's waiting for Footies to spend, I think.
Nice.
But I've said to him, once Footies is here, it's too late, and he's going to be I've been in this situation myself before where
you have so many coins you can't spend them.
It gets that late in the year.
Yeah.
You're like, fucking hell, I've saved all these coins and now I've got the best team you can buy and I don't need coins.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, there might be a CR7 or something, or somebody that's 12 mil that you've not packed.
Yeah. The last 2 seasons I've given away to random / select players in the Discord upwards of 3 million coins each year just because I couldn't do anything with them, you know? And they were really playing the game still, really enjoying it. And I was like, you know what? Here, you can have these.
Yeah.
Actually,
yeah.
I didn't do it last year because I was on PC. So when I got off a console, I quit doing it.
Yeah. When myself and George used to, get to the end of the year when it was done, but, people were still playing, we'd send those coins out there. I know it's against terms of service, don't shoot me, I know, I'm a cheat too. But, we'd just send those coins, like, when it didn't matter, when game's just about done.
Yeah.
Coins are fun, though. I've opened a few packs recently. I've been blasting some coins on packs. No, nothing.
Pack luck's drying up, huh?
I didn't. Since Team of the Year.
But didn't you say Yaya made it back into your team?
It did. Not the striker Yaya. And Evo'd I Evo'd my Yaya. My 93 Yaya got into an Evo.
So what's he looking like now?
Which was very nice. Very nice. I'm just going to get him up on my phone here now. And I'm sure there's better midfielders out there. He's only got one defensive play style, which is slightly annoying because he's my sort of defensive midfielder. But it's Yaya, isn't it? It just does, does Yaya things, yeah. So he'll be fine. And at some point, I'm sure EA are going to give us, maybe next season, are going to give us some defensive Evos in the season pass, which I'll be able to put on him, which will be real nice, yeah. So at the minute, he's got Ping, Tiki Taka, and Bruiser. Playstyle pluses. 95 physical, 90 defending, 95 dribbling, 96 passing, 94 shooting, 90 pace. So it's, it's a nice card. Just needs another playstyle or two. I was going to give him Quick Step or Incisive from the season pass. But that fourth playstyle I might screw myself over if I want to get a defensive playstyle on him at next season. Saying that, we might be able to give him 5 by then, but yeah, whatever, innit? You're on mute. That's your one for episode. Well
there
done.
It goes. See? There
we go. It's your thing now. It's like my mic clang.
Yeah. Yeah, they'll think, you haven't already done it yet, have you? So
I just give it a little flick then, but it didn't seem to make a noise, which is first time
your
ever.
mic?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. This Peter Crouch, I've been hearing a lot of people talking about him on Twitter. I think you and Jake were talking about him maybe on a post he made.
Oh yeah.
What's the consensus? Because Footbin community seems to like him. He's got 437 likes and 57 downs or downvotes.
I like him. I've used him for like 5 or 6 games now. I did put on a goalkeeper basic because I think that makes a difference for these outfielder goalkeepers.
Wait, he doesn't come with a basic?
It comes with an outfield basic.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I got you.
Not a goalkeeper basic.
Gotcha.
So give him a goalkeeper basic, and yeah, he's doing it. He's massive as well, and he's about 12 feet tall.
6'7", yeah.
So he's got the height of a goalkeeper. Used him this weekend. Like I said, I've only played 5 or 6 games so far. I've been using Harry Kane's centre mid card at Cam, which that's a bit like a Hunter move, that, using somebody with 92 defending at Cam.
Look, they just so happen to have those stats. That's not why I put them there.
Do you know what? I saw that Stoichkov. If you have a look at it now, the shapeshifter Stoichkov.
I've seen it.
It came with an intercept plus, and I was like, Hunter knew the meta from the start. Like, have defensive stats on all your attackers from the off. This is the.
I mean, it
this
helps.
This is the new thing.
It definitely helps. I learned that early on with Lucho Acosta. He had 90 defending and 90 physical very early in the game playing Cam, my Evo. And he's been a mainstay in the team. The ball just kind of like magnetizes back to them if they got the right stats and the right playstyle pluses, which is kind of a drag if you really think about it, because it's more of the have and the have-nots, like I've been saying for the last couple of months. But at this point of the game, everybody has. So that part's gone.
Yeah, it's definitely something I'm going to be looking at. Just to see what EA do with it. If they keep, when people are getting 5 play styles, like, they're not going to run out of options, but it'd be interesting to see if they put more of those sort of intercept or bruiser on the attackers.
There's so many lanes to cover when it comes to Evos that I just don't, unless they have some kind of super powerful AI tracking model with the limited amount of manpower that they have, I just don't see how they can keep a lid on all of the potential possibilities for abuse when it comes to Evos. The way I've taken advantage of it, as far as having 90 plus defenders at every single position on the pitch for at least the last 2 months. So
yeah,
I think that's an issue that they're going to have going forward, is that people are going to learn that Evos are the way to essentially, quote, break the game, and create unfair advantages with these combinations. As long as they make playstyle pluses that strong and that impactful, you're going to have that potential. And I think they're going to struggle with that going forward.
And especially if they're giving us, playstyle Evos away so that we can make these cards unique ourselves. Make more bespoke cards so that people will. And it'll first pop up on Reddit, you know that, don't you?
Oh, yeah.
It'll pop up on Reddit. There'll be a little community on there. And they'll be like, because the thing is, like, a lot of the attackers fucking win 50-50s against big lumps of defenders anyway. So giving those cards that do that, like this Kaka from the season pass, like, it's just so hard to tackle. If in a month's time I can give him Bruiser or, I don't know, Anticipate Intercept, something like that, and he's just going to take the piss.
Yeah. People laughed at me a couple of months ago when I evoed Ramirez.
I was laughing at you. I'm thinking
Bruiser plus on a striker, retard.
I'm thinking this is mental, but
it's so OP.
Then I'm thinking, actually, is that and I'm not saying that's going to become the new thing, but it definitely
is a thing.
Yeah, I don't know if it's going to become like the meta. I don't know if pros are going to be doing it and all that, but I think for our sort of,
I think pros are too. They can deal with it.
I think just above shitty level, like us.
Yes.
Or like just sometimes hovering into shitty, sometimes just above.
Slightly shitty.
Yeah. Every advantage you can get.
Does that mean we're at like the constipated level? Or
we're just like fart level. So not quite shit, but
lower gut pain level.
Smells like it.
Yeah. Got you.
Yeah. Oh.
Lower cramps level players.
I'll tell you what, they got me again this week. Another Henry Evo.
Oh, I thought you were going to say you got kidnapped again.
So, my team of the year, Henry, I've just put him into this just like Lessie Evo. Yep. And it gives him a nice composure boost, gives him 5-star weak foot, gives him cam position, which I like that versatility. Yep. I like that he might be sort of lurking in and around edge at box because he scores so many finesse goals from there anyway. I think he'd probably be more overpowered there than he would actually at striker for me. Because I do hit loads of finesses from sort of edge at box. Yeah, so they've had like 550k out of me. No, 575k out of me just in Henry Evos in the last month or so. And I tell you what, they have absolutely smashed it this year when it comes to taking coins off the market.
Yep.
And Evos. And don't get me wrong, we've had lots of shit ones. Or shall I say, shit for me.
Yeah.
I don't know what. And I think we say this a lot of the time, say, oh, that Evo was shit, that Evo was shit, that Evo was shit.
Relatively.
I think if we speak to your average, plays once a week, once whenever, FIFA player, these Evos have probably been very good.
Yeah.
You know, they might still be using some team of the season cards that were, you know, or winter wild cards that were average for this, or we'd say were average at this stage. And they're like, oh man, look at this card. It goes into, you know, they're not playing every day.
Yeah.
They're not keeping up to date with content every day. But they're logging on every week and they might do an Evo or 2 Evos when they've got 2 or 3 hours spare on a weekend. So I think maybe they have smashed it taking coins from those guys as well. Or money.
Yeah. And perspective matters in everything really, but especially with this. And I can tell you about my issues with this game. And my issues with this game might not resonate with 90% of the community. But with the 10% of the people who think like me and play like me, they might agree. But I play a lot of Marvel Rivals here recently, and I play it very casually. I don't play a ton of ranked. I play ranked until I get to where it's just too sweaty and I go back to casual play. But just listening to some of those other people talk about their issues, I don't have these issues. But they're real issues when you play competitively. But I don't have them, and I just play with whatever characters I like because I think they're fun to play with. On the other hand, they would never dream of using that character because they're worthless and competitive. So perspective, I guess, matters when you're listening to people talk about stuff on podcasts or articles or whatever, content creators. It's important to just take that with a grain of salt, everything you hear, I guess.
Yeah, because, you know, I think we're playing a different game to the guys in, you know, Div 7 or Div 8, you know, when it comes to triggering runs or right stick switching, all these little things that those people aren't even thinking about, where there'll be lots of stuff the pros do that we didn't even know you could fucking do that in the game. We didn't even know those buttons did anything, or those combination of buttons did anything.
Yeah.
Like pressing Y 3 times to move your keeper. I only found that out this year.
And how long has it been a thing?
All the time.
See?
For a few years, I think. So, you know, I'm trying to think if there's any others that are like, oh, I didn't even know that that did that. Or there's a skill mover like a modified roulette, left trigger, right bumper, and then do the normal half circle roulette, and it does like a modified one, which is really, really good. That's been in the game all year, and I've only just figured that out last week or two. But yeah, there's loads of little quirky things like that. R1, L1, R1. One of them, I know which one it is, when you're receiving the ball. Just helps with the first touch.
I believe that's L1 because R1 lets it play through.
R1 dummies it, yeah, that's right, yeah. Yeah, L1. I probably get those mixed. That's probably, ball probably runs past me quite often. I'm like, oh, what have I done there?
I got into a habit of using R1 sometimes, though, when like expecting a through pass.
Yeah.
Sometimes when he takes it in, he has to make this animation to kind of go ahead and grab the ball, then turn back around. But if you just hold R1, he lets it go through and you just run onto it. But you gotta remember to press it.
That might. I'm just thinking now.
It'll
in that
fuck you though.
situation.
If the through ball has too much power, it'll fuck you, and the defender will catch you before you get to the ball.
Yeah, I'm just thinking that might work with the double tap through balls because I've been using those quite a lot. And
they take the ball in weird off of double taps, I feel like.
Yeah, sometimes they sort of get caught up a little bit on the defender.
Like they can't get control of it.
Yeah, so I'm wondering if... And I've noticed some cards do not like shooting on the bouncing ball. Eusebio, for some reason, I've not done it this year because I've not really used Eusebio much, but previous years, Eusebio with a bouncing ball off the double tap, hated it. Like, just couldn't score. And he finished everything. And I think he had high volleys as well.
That's what I was just checking. His volleys, his base volleys was 92, so that's not an issue.
Yeah, so I think, I don't know what it was. He just didn't like that. And doesn't flare impact your shooting on a bouncing ball as well?
I'd be lying if I told you yes. I don't know for sure.
I think it does. I think there were talk earlier on in the game of, when people were flicking it up and doing the power shots, I think it was more effective with players with flair. I might be talking absolute nonsense here. But that's what I'm good at, so I'll just keep doing it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you say it enough, people believe it, don't they?
Yeah, even if they don't, fuck it. Who cares?
Yeah.
If it makes you feel good,
Yeah, that makes me feel like I know something about something.
People know we don't, though. We went from talking about how we were just above shitty level to giving gameplay advice. Did you catch that?
I did, yeah. So, if you want shitty gameplay advice, this is the podcast for you.
Yeah. Just ask Paul. He'll tell you all about it.
Yeah. I can send you some good YouTube videos.
About absolutely fuck all.
About some absolute shite.
About getting kidnapped. Yeah. What else? What else is new this week other than some Evos and some random shapeshifter cards?
We've got these women live cards.
I was hoping you would say that.
World Cup or Euros.
Yeah, I feel like nobody gives a shit.
Yeah, nobody gives a shit.
And that's not a shot at the women thing because I'm equal opportunity all the time.
Yeah.
But
I feel like the most entertaining part of that is that one's called Minge. That's the highlight of the team for me.
Why is it entertaining?
It's just funny, isn't it? It's just funny that her name's Minge and she's a female. I don't know. I'm just a child, really. But it made me laugh. Every time that card pops up in a pack, it makes me laugh a little. Well, initially it made me laugh. Now I just chuckle to myself. And chuckle's not a euphemism for anything else.
That's not a word we use here in America, really.
What, Minge?
Yeah, it's not typically. I don't think it is anyways.
Yeah, well, when you find out what it does mean, if we've got American listeners, you might find it funny as well. Or you might just think...
I have an idea of what it... Let's see.
He's 45 years old. What a fucking child. It just
Minge is a term that can refer to different things depending on the context. In the Commonwealth English, it's a slang term for the vulva.
There we go.
There we go. See, we're learning things.
You learn things. So, we're not only the podcast... We're not only the podcast for shitty gameplay advice. Biology.
Additionally,
come here.
Minge is also the name of a minor Chinese political party. The Minge Party.
Minge Party. That's a party for you.
In China.
China.
It's also the name of a German professional footballer. Janina Minge.
Janina Minge, there she goes.
There she is.
She's on the map.
On the Minge. All right.
Yeah. Who does she play for?
I don't know, Germany.
She does play for Germany, you're right.
What does it say? Wolfsburg.
Wolfsburg, there we go.
Wolfie Minge.
There's some not bad cards in. These are live cards as well. Rolfo's in there. I know she's good. Well, I've not used her. Salma. People loved her earlier on in the game. So she's like 1.9 mil. I imagine she'll be pretty well. I'll say she'll be pretty good. She's got a 4-star weak foot, but you know, how can you have a 2 mil card with a 4-star weak foot at this stage? It just baffles me. But these are live cards, so I responded to one of Nate's tweets the other day, and I was saying this, like, they can't give us it all because they've got to keep you hanging on for something, haven't they?
Yeah, I guess.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
you can't just have it all. And we've still got a fair bit of this game left. When you think about it, we've got quite a while before the new game comes out. So if they did go full send, 99 rated, 5-star weak foot, 5-star skill moves, you have it all, people would log off in 3 weeks and not come back 100%. On the game. They'd just be like, you can't get better than this. I'm done.
Yeah. Basically.
They would, wouldn't they? So I think, you know, although we complain that they're not giving us what we need, but I think you can hold back stats and play styles, but weak foot, I feel like that's just a bit tight, really.
Yeah. Especially
cards like Saka. I don't know about Salma. I don't know if she can kick with both feet or not, but I know Saka is pretty good.
Yours can't kick with both feet. Pretty good.
Yep, it can't. I need an Evo for him.
Well,
I'll tell you what, it's flipping warm in the UK today. I'm sat here in this little room, absolutely baking.
Sorry to hear that.
I feel like Joe Rogan after his hot plunge. cold plunge. Like, I'm just absolutely dying in here.
Unbutton your shirt. You got it buttoned all the way up to the top.
I've got a zip. Let's zip it up. Let's get a bit of fun. This is for you.
Let that thing breathe.
Ladies, you didn't think this for a podcast for ladies, did you? Now, what you see now, it's live on Twitch as well. Our female viewership's going to go through roof now.
Just in time.
Just in time, yeah.
Yeah. Well, what else? You have anything else before I drop this bomb of an announcement that I've been waiting to drop?
Oh, sad times. But drop it.
Paul knows. Metz knows. This doesn't mean that the show's coming to an end, but it definitely means that I'm done with footballers. I'm done producing the pod. I'm done playing the game. I am hanging up my controllers for this game, and I'm calling it a career in FC, foot, podcasting, everything. I'm done. I'm getting out. I say it every year, but I'm doing it this year. So,
do you know what? I don't blame you. I do not blame you. Like, I think we've been responsible for pulling you back in.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And the Discord and people we got good friends around here, so it's hard.
The Discord's staying. The Discord's going to be. It's not going anywhere.
But it's hard, isn't it, when you know you've done something for so long. Yeah, the game makes you feel like you're missing out anyway. Even when you're playing it, the game makes you feel like you're missing out.
Yeah.
And you see some improvements. You see glimmers of, and you know, your gameplay's been shit for a while.
It's just been inconsistent, and that's pretty much most people in the United States. There's some people who live closer to the big cities that don't have these issues, but for people who live in rural America, it's a fool's errand.
Yeah. Well, my gameplay's been dreadful this weekend, like absolutely horrible. and it's not been consistently horrible for a while. And I just switched off this weekend. I was sat there, played a few games on my second account, and I was just like, this ain't fun. I'm just going to switch it off and go watch UFC or whatever.
Yeah.
So I just knocked it off. But no, I don't blame you. And I think yeah, now's the time for you just to say, do you know what? I'm 55 years old.
55?
Or something like that.
Not even close. I'm 38.
I know. It was the same thing, isn't it?
Yeah, probably feels the same.
But, you know, I'm just playing. But, do you know what? Yeah, just turn it up. You can always come back, play an odd game, can't you? But don't get into it. Like, and when you're doing a podcast, you are into it. And I think when you're not playing a lot, or you're plugging in for the sake of the podcast on a Monday,
yep,
it becomes a burden then, doesn't it? And nobody wants that. Like, you don't want that. Like,
no, and it hasn't got there, but it feels like it's going there. And like I said, I appreciate doing the podcast. All I appreciate with all the people who have supported us throughout the years, that continue to support us. I'm glad we did it. I'm glad for the times we had and the friends we've made, the connections we've made. I mean, that's like lifelong connections were made over this. And that's what, to me, what gaming is all about, especially in this day and age. If there's anything COVID did for us, it was footballers. Because if COVID hadn't happened, this whole thing probably wouldn't have happened.
No, probably not. No.
And like I said, footballers isn't necessarily going away. I think Paul's keen on continuing. We're not sure if where Metz is at. We're going to chat with him next time he comes on, but, you know, who knows?
Yeah.
Maybe there's...
you know, yeah, we might throw a few podcasts out there. I think if we can get somebody who's a match maybe, or who'll just come and talk some shit, or like, because I think for footballers it has to be like friends coming together and just chatting shit about the game. Like, I think there's enough podcasts out there talking about reverse elasticos and knockdown headers and whatever the meta is, and like giving you detailed information about the intricacies of the game. And, you know, I think this podcast has become a bit different. It's where we've just got people coming on chatting shit. Like, don't get me wrong, giving out some good information from time to time, but
Sometimes.
once a month or two, you might get a little gem. You know, that modified, I've forgotten the name of it now. Modified roulette. Thank me later for that one. But, you know, there are these little gems that are out there. We just don't often put them out.
Yeah, we're just a different crowd.
We find out about them 2 years after they've been in the game. But like I say, that's not what this podcast is about necessarily.
No.
So we might come back and do a regular podcast. We might not. But I think we'll throw one out there now and again when we can be asked. Over at summer, Hunter might even come back and do a little just come and say hello, chat some shit about something if he's got something to talk about.
Yeah.
Might not even be about FIFA.
It definitely won't be about FIFA.
Might be about fishing.
Maybe.
Or Trump.
Probably not.
Vance?
I don't do politics on public podcasts.
Neither do I.
That's not.
Neither do
that's
I.
not a good thing to do these days. At least, you know, if you want to stay employed.
That is how you lose your job. Correct.
I don't pick sides.
But we might just come talk about test cricket.
I could do that. I got a lot of questions.
Yeah, a lot of questions.
Still got questions.
I went to say, yeah.
I saw a clip. It was Australia and who were they just recently playing?
South Africa.
I think so, maybe. But one of the guy that was, I guess, what do you call them, batters? The guy that was batting. The ball bounced off the dirt and it bounced up off of his chest and landed in between his kneecap and his knee pad.
Yeah.
And he grabbed it and threw it to the ground before they could catch it. And they tried to say that he could have caught that. And they were like, no, no. And I just thought it's kind of weird because in American baseball, we just saw this a similar thing where the pitch hit the ground, went underneath his catching gear, and he grabbed it from the inside and tried to throw the guy out. And they gave a person a base because anytime the ball gets caught in your catcher's gear, you don't know if you're hiding a baseball in there or not.
Right. Yeah,
so you automatically advance. And they were like, fuck.
Yeah. So if you go forward and play a shot and the ball hits your bat or your hand, it's live then until it hits the floor. So if that gets caught in his pad and they come and grab it out of his pad, he could be out.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
so is he not allowed to touch the ball like that? Or
he can, he can get rid of it out of his, shake it out of his pad.
I mean, like with his hand, pick it up and drop it?
That's
what he did.
Would that be classed as handling the ball? No,
he looks very confused as to what to do.
He's already hit it.
I don't think he hit it, though.
He didn't hit it?
I don't think so.
Oh, well, it don't matter if it's stuck in his pad then, because it's just a dead ball anyway if he's not hit it.
Well, maybe, okay. Well, they were acting like he could have caught it. Maybe he
might have got a nick off his pad or his glove or something, See, we're already becoming a cricket podcast. This is how we transition. But I went to Headingley to watch the third day of a 5-day test match. And for those of you who don't know what a 5-day test match is, it's where both teams have two innings over 5 days.
It's a lot of cricket.
And it can still be a draw at the end.
So what is that, like an average of like 40 hours?
So entertaining. Yeah, so they start about 11 o'clock, finish about 6:30. They have lunch and dinner in that times. Oh, we're going down a bit of rabbit hole here. Cricket dinners, so they call them teas. So halfway through the game, you have your tea at cricket. Superb. Yeah. You often eat so much that when you go back out, if you're fielding, like you're like, oh, I shouldn't have had that many pork pies or tuna and cucumber sandwiches. So yeah, England won. Really, really good match. Nice. All 5 days. We're tight at the end. Everyone loves it if it's still tight at the end. Entertaining for everyone, isn't it?
Yep. I like what you did there.
I didn't do a thing.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well. This isn't the last one. This is just, I'm throwing it out there. I'm not playing the game anymore. I'm just here. This is my last year, and yeah.
So you might play some more this year, but you're not buying the game again.
No, I'm out.
You done finish not playing it no more?
Mm-mm.
Good on you. Sometimes it's just time to say I'm done. But do you know what? I think I'll say thank you on behalf of us here, everybody involved in footballers, because you've put so much hard work in over the years, editing, Discord, all that shit that goes unseen. You don't get a thank you and a kiss me ass or fuck all from anybody for it, because people just expect the podcast to come out every week free and be good quality.
Well, we do have some people though that were very.
We do. But I'm
all
just saying, like
Patreon supporters and stuff, really appreciate them.
In general,
yeah,
people just think that this podcast should come out, and so thank you for that. And that brings me around to Patreons actually, like the fact that people have supported us over the years, Patreon, all that is like still baffles me a little bit why people will give the hard earned, but appreciate it nonetheless, because it's not a free business to
No.
Put a podcast out, a decent quality podcast every week. So yeah, thank you to those guys. But most of all, I want to thank you to you because you've put lots of hours into this. And yeah.
It's been fun, though.
If it does carry on, we will honour that legacy.
Good.
We won't do you dirty.
You better hire somebody then, huh?
Yeah. Well, maybe you could have just hung around long enough so that the AI can just do it for me.
Dude, it's coming.
It's coming. It's not far away, is it? It's not far away.
It's getting to the point to where we could even have AI do a podcast in our voices.
Fuck you. See you later. I'll just get enough. We've got enough of your voice now.
Clearly.
I can just program it so it says what I want you to say rather than what you would say.
Paul, I'm not teaching you how to do anything with AI. You had a little. You scared me when you got a hold of Grok for a little while.
I am out there evangelizing Grok on a daily basis. Listen, me and Grok are like that. Let me tell you. Should we have a little look at Paul's Grok search history?
Oh, I don't want it. I don't want to see it.
Let's. We might have to. I'm not going to spin it around and show you, but I am going to. Let's.
You're going to cherry pick some of the not so bad ones.
There we go. Proof of address. DIY fruit fly traps. The weather impact on the 2023 Ashes test at Old Trafford.
Very specific.
Mortgage analysis. Flower seed varieties in the UK. Food and drink rules at Headingley.
Jesus.
Oh, requesting personal information from your local council. FC25 Pro camera settings. Cooking method for chicken wings. Yeah, so not really exciting, really.
I'll give you a couple of my Grok searches. Steve Bannon's wall fraud guilty plea. Dollar decline factors in 2025. Iran nuclear deal compliance debate. Israel-U.S. relations conspiracy theory.
There's some podcasts there.
There's got to be something
there. There is some podcasts there.
Yeah. Uncanny X-Men 504 cover variations. Oh, there you go. My search history just says Gooner, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does, yeah.
Booner and Gooner.
Yeah, that's exactly what it says. Cocaine found in White House, 2023. That's one of mine. Leg infections, post-ablation surgery.
Yeah. Get on Grok, son.
Climate change hoax.
No, I never would have guessed. Man says climate change hoax as he's baking in his house. It's not true.
Yeah,
it's not true.
It's not true. When are we getting air conditioning in the UK, for fuck's sake?
Yeah.
Tesla stock investment strategy.
Just buy it. What the fuck?
I've already bought it. I bought it ages ago.
Buy it and hold it. Don't trade it.
Oh, protecting your cherry trees.
Like an actual cherry tree.
Easy peel boiled eggs. Like they're fucking hard to peel anyway. Do you know what I mean?
No one's listening anymore.
Hard to peel anyway. We're gone.
We lost everyone.
But yeah. Oh man.
Cool. We'll do a Grok pod then. He can't stop reading them. Go ahead.
Prevent milk curdling in rice pudding. English to Kurdish. Sorani translation.
Fuck.
Building a strong FC25 team.
No way you did that.
I don't know what I was looking for there, but
are you not telling the people where's the one where it says how does chemistry work in FC25?
I'm not even that bothered about that. I don't even care still. I just know that I need enough icons and team of the seasons that it'll be fine. Anything over 29 is good by me.
We were talking the other day in DMs, and I mentioned something about there was a glitch in my team, how Sophia Smith had 3 chemistry, and she was the only female, the only one from NWSL, the only American. And I was like, how the fuck does she even have chemistry? Paul says, I don't even know how chemistry works. And I put LOL, like, ha ha ha. He goes, no, seriously, I don't know. Are you serious? This whole time, I have no idea.
This new chemistry system, I fucking no chance. You know what? Green or orange lines.
So
I got that. Green or orange lines.
We don't have those anymore.
I know we don't. So now we've got these stupid little dots. 1, 2, or none, or 3, or whatever. And it's like.
So you've just been doing players in SBCs hoping they fit?
Yeah. Or if they don't fit, we'll get some players in that do. We're unlimited resources over here, aren't we? So we'll find somebody that does.
We've had channels in the Discord explaining chemistry for like the last 4 years.
Yeah, I don't care that much.
Okay, cool.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
It's like climate change. People say it's there.
It's a hoax.
You got to prove it. But
32 degrees C.
I didn't believe that chemistry was a thing, really. Like, it made that much of an impact until the last 2 years. I've been like, does it make that much difference? But since we got roles and play styles and all that, now I'm thinking, yeah, it does, yeah.
Yeah.
But I see a lot of pros say anything over 27, like early on in game, and that's decent. So I went with that.
It impacts the player more than the team. You don't have team chemistry anymore. So even if it says 27 out of 32,
yeah,
it only affects certain players.
Yeah.
Which is how it should be.
I'm not that good. That, a couple of... But on the other hand, it could be the difference between having like a basic gold card and a second inform, as in stat difference. Am I right? So if you're playing a card that's got 0 chem or one that's got 3 chem, like it could have that much of a difference on the card, couldn't it?
Yeah.
In theory, you know what I mean? So like if you're playing a card on 1 chem, that card is not playing to its full potential, so you do want to get it. So
it's also only getting like 1/3 of the chemistry style boost.
Yeah, and I'm talking like this, like we've not been doing a podcast on this for the last few years.
That's
like,
why I was just so blown away. I was like,
well, it won't that I don't know how it works. Well, I do. You have to get so many from the same league and nation and all that, whatever you have to, something like that, innit?
You know that there's a formula out there.
There is a formula, yeah.
Just
I should ask Rob to explain it, shouldn't I? But when you're asking me, why has she not got any chem? Me trying to back engineer that in my brain, it's like you've got fucking 0 chance
she
here,
had
mate.
phantom chemistry. She had 3 stars. And
she did. No links.
No links. None. Weird.
It must have been something to do with an Evo or
Maybe.
something that gave icon chemistry.
Or something. Hero, icon, something.
Yeah. Yeah.
Weird. Anyway.
Yeah. Dryside thanking you for all your effort week in, week out over the years. Yeah.
Dryside. We go back. I'm still down for clubs, by the way. I'm always down for clubs. I say I'm not playing the game anymore. I will get on to play some clubs.
That's like just being on methadone, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's like, I'm going to stop drugs.
But I'm still going to do mushrooms.
But you're just still going to do it. Yeah, you're going to be like LA sober.
Yeah. I'm going to quit entirely. You crazy?
You fucking mental what I'm going to do? Go sit with my wife and kids.
Yeah. Insert the Goodfellas meme.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll be back again next week. We'll get Mets on. Mets got held up this week.
Get him in.
And catch up with you then.
Yeah. It's been emotional.
No, it hasn't.
No, really not.
Don't be getting out.
Later.